Hey now, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got done watching the mid-season finale for Season 1 of Supergirl. This episode was entitled Hostile Takeover. Last week I said that was the best episode of the season so far, so let's see if they were able to do at least a decent follow-up. At the beginning, we see the continuation of when Astra, Supergirl's aunt, and those other minions grab her on the roof, and they have almost a mini fight. Astra says she wants to be a family again, wants them to join, and her whole point of view of wanting to save the Earth, wanting to save a planet before it gets destroyed like Krypton did. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Honestly, even after the episode was over, I'm still conflicted on whether I think she is telling the truth, whether she genuinely thinks that she is the good guy in this story. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Supergirl doesn't really believe her. She's able to escape. And then we get a side plot of the episode that has to do with Cat Grant because her computer was hacked. So you spend the whole episode with Jimmy, Wynn, and Kara developing a plan to try to figure out who did the hacking, who's behind it, why are they doing it. This did provide some funny moments in the episode. I won't deny that, like with Cat Grant when they were going through some of her emails and some of the things that she's done. Like she asked Idris Elba out on a date and he said no. I don't know why that was hilarious to me, but it was. I guess maybe the fact that she was so okay with admitting it. She was like, his loss. But also, what they really found out, or I guess the juiciest thing that Cat Grant has in her past is her oldest son. The whole history on it was, she had a kid with some guy that she barely knew, and she had a fight for the custody, but she gave up. So now she kind of sent some money out of guilt, I guess. So that was interesting. Again, chipping away at the Cat Grant character. Somebody who I admit I hated at the beginning of the show. And now I'll say I like her. I mean, I can't believe they did such a turnaround on that character because I never expected to ever like her, ever. But I have to give them credit on that. Now you have the moment where Astra calls out Supergirl. I like how she does it too. You see her on the news. She's just hovering in the air, waiting for Supergirl to show up. Out in the middle of the city, by the way. So when Supergirl shows up and they start to fight, I have to admit I was totally thinking of Superman and Zod fighting. It's technically in both movies, right? The Christopher Reeve movie or Man of Steel most recently where they just went at it. There was even a shot in this episode of Supergirl, like she flies and punches Astra, but she does like a double punch. It's weird. I don't know if I can explain it, but like she punches her and Astra bounces back and Supergirl is quick to do a second punch. Like Superman did the same exact combo of punches to Zod in Man of Steel. So I don't know, maybe that was an homage, maybe I'm just thinking of a connection. Either way, I thought it was very cool. I will say that, okay, this is a TV budget. So the fight couldn't be bigger or couldn't be on the level of a Man of Steel. We had destruction. The show did make it a point to where when Kara threw Astra into a building and the debris was falling down, she thought to go and grab the big piece of debris that was going to fall on people, and she saved them. So take that, Zack Snyder. They end up in like a park or something, and you eventually find out later on that Astra let Supergirl beat her, which is interesting because it kind of negates what I thought was going on. When you get to there's a flashback of little Kara, and she has her moment with Astra before Astra got caught. Just that flashback moment between the two was very nice and warm, and it made me really feel bad for the Astra character, that maybe she was misunderstood, that maybe she was a victim, or she's not entirely, she doesn't realize what she's doing, misguided, who knows. It is interesting that she claimed she was warning people of Krypton that it was going to blow up. Sounds a lot like what Jor-El was doing. I mean, in this universe, are they saying that Jor-El wasn't doing that and Astra was? Or was Jor-El also doing that, but yet everybody thought that Astra was the criminal? I don't know. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. But then you get the moment where Astra tells Kara while she's in the cell what her mom did and all this stuff. I love the moment. Melissa Benoist just acted the hell out of this scene where she went to the hologram of her mom and she was angry and she was asking her, did this really happen? Did you use me as a kid to lure Astra out? And the computer said yes. And she was, she hits her with her heat vision. She's yelling, like, just great performance. It's a superhero show, but Melissa Benoist, I know, is a good actress, and she's bringing that even to a show like this, so can't help but like that. And then we get a very cool moment. Hank Hemshaw goes up to Alex, and they're just talking, and he even says, I can't mind read Astra, because Kryptonians are, they have a thing against that. And Alex stops and goes, wait a minute, you can read minds? And he's like, another day. I love Hank or this character now that we know that he's the Martian Manhunter. I'm fascinated by him now. I was hoping that we were gonna get something with him. We almost got it a little later on, because then you find out that Astra planned to be caught, because that's what every villain nowadays does. They plan to be caught because they have something else going on, and you see the other Kryptonians. I wrote this down in my notes as a question mark because I thought they all were Kryptonians until when you see them go into that building and they're attacking people, even when the military guys show up and they're attacking them. Like, they're using some weird special powers that Kryptonians don't traditionally have. And even if you want to say, oh, well, they changed it for the show, well, Kara and Astra don't have these powers. Like, one duplicated himself. Another one had this weird smoke stuff come out of her mouth, and it was green, so it just they all had different power sets. I don't know how or why. It was like they were all mutants or something. Who knows? Maybe they were prisoners in the Phantom Zone, so they're not really Kryptonians. They're just different aliens with different powers. That's probably the explanation. The moment where one Kryptonian had Hank Henshaw and he was like, fight like a human, and he's like, that's because I'm not. His eyes go red and he rips the thing off and he shoots him. That was awesome. Not quite as awesome as the reveal last week, obviously, but still pretty awesome. Then you get Kara showing up. She goes to fight Nam, I think his name is, Astra's husband, and they're floating in the air, and then they collide, and then the episode ends. What? The episode ends with one of the biggest cliffhangers. Initially, I was pissed. I yelled out, "What the fuck?" But it's a pretty damn, it's a double-edged sword. It's a pretty damn great cliffhanger. You gotta give them that. I obviously want to come back for the rest of the season, so in that sense, good job. And overall, it was a pretty good episode. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw the mid-season finale of Supergirl. Let me know what you thought of it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!